Welcome to r/slash Tales from Tech Support, where a lady claims to be an expert in computering. Our first Reddit post is from Devilotx. I work as an executive support technician for a large company. I have a team of 8 people under me, and we support high-ranking executives and their administrative assistants. Because of the nature of our work, we have the ability to, quote, get things done that the standard help desk cannot. We can force upgrades that would otherwise be denied, get things expedited, skip the normal procedures, and talk directly with the people who fix the issues. While we are executive support, there are still levels. When the CEO is in town, one of us is camped outside of wherever he might be in case there is any sort of issue. For lower people, we make sure things get done as quickly as possible, but it's not a drop everything situation. As we prepped for the releases of the new iPhones, we braced for the flood of, "I need this," that inevitably happens. We slot in orders immediately for the top of the pyramid guys and then work our way down, replacing or sometimes having to tell them that they have to wait because the device they have is too new to warrant replacing. So on Monday, the executive assistant of a lower end executive put in a request to get both herself and the executive a new 250 gig iPhone X. The executive was put on the approval list with a wait, but the executive assistant was denied. She had just been issued an iPhone 7 a few months ago, and she began to raise heck about, "I have to support him, so I need to have the exact same phone, etc., etc." Still denied. On Tuesday, I get a ticket from the executive assistant. Phone will not turn on. Require replacement with attached ticket for iPhone 10 request. I send one of my drones out to investigate, and I immediately get a text saying I have to get out there. I get out there and the phone is wet. Not just wet, but dripping wet. Like just pulled out of a glass of water wet, with a screen that could only be called heavily cracked. The executive assistant states, "I was just using it and it fell into my water bottle." So we take the phone back to our area and I've called my manager over and we explain it. It's obvious what has happened. We've toweled it off, and when we turn it over, water drizzles out of the cracked screen. Well, as luck would have it, we have spares. So I plug a nice 64GB rose gold iPhone 6 that was returned when the previous owner departed the company. I call and have the SIM reprovisioned. I reassign the phone in AirWatch and I have the phone returned to the executive assistant. 10 minutes later, the executive assistant is at our door ranting and screaming, saying that she can't work like this. She needs a new phone, and if we don't give her one, executive will make us give her one. I step in and tell her a permanent replacement is just beginning the process. We have had to issue you this phone as a loaner so you can continue working until a permanent replacement is sourced. Cue Wednesday, the approval process has come back denied for her replacement. The loaner phone is now her permanent phone. This info is relayed to the executive assistant, who is fuming. Lots of, "Executive will hear about this," and statements of, "I can't believe this is happening to me. How will I work?" Wednesday afternoon, same executive assistant, new ticket. iPhone broken, needs replacement. I hit out myself to see the issue, and the new phone looks like it was dragged behind a semi-truck for 100 miles. The screen is shattered. A big chunk is missing out the top near the camera, and there are big dents in the back. I calmly ask, "What happened? This phone was perfect this morning." The reply, "Well, since you guys gave me an old phone, my case didn't fit it and it slipped out of my hands and fell down the stairs." Well, okay, could you tell me when and what stairwell this happened? She does, and I take the mangled phone, I grab my manager, and we head off to the security office, and we pull the tapes. On the video, we see the executive assistant walking up the stairwell. Concrete stairs, metal handrail, your typical big building non-public stairwell. She reaches the top and proceeds to fling the phone like one would skip a stone down from the 6th floor to the mid-floor landing where it lands. She steps on it and then kicks it down to the 5th floor. It bangs off the metal fire door and she picks it up, examines it, and then tosses it down the stairs towards the 4th floor, bouncing off a few steps before landing on the mid-landing between 5 and 4. She picks the device up and pries a large section of something off the phone. We suspect this was the chunk missing by the camera. And then heads back up the stairs, running the phone against the cinder block wall as she climbs. So we grab a copy of the video. We head straight to HR. We sit with the personnel director. We show her the video. We show her the 2 damaged iPhones. We show her the tickets. I relay the abuse thrown to myself and my techs about how she demands an iPhone X and has taken to destroying company property to get it. Termination follows. However, the user has gone home for the day. Her accounts are disabled, her security badge flagged. 7:30 a.m. today. The executive assistant attempts to get into the building and her badge doesn't work. She has to walk to the security office. The security officer takes the badge and walks her to HR. 8 a.m. The security officer and 2 members of HR are escorting the executive assistant out of the building. She's alternating between yelling and crying, demanding that executive be called and that she's being framed. As she's brought through the main foyer, I'm on the 2nd floor balcony that overlooks the entrance. She looks up at me, curses me, and is gone. Both phones, her laptop, and other equipment have been placed with the legal team as a precaution. Company policy when there's a messy separation. Maybe I'll buy my team pizza for lunch today. Seems like the right thing to do. I can only hope and pray that this executive assistant got sent a bill for, I don't know, $1,500, $2,000, whatever the price would have been at the time of this story for an iPhone 7 and an iPhone 6. Oh, that would have been sweet, sweet justice. Our next Reddit post is from Deleted. Another tale from the out-of-hours IT desk. I say, hello, service desk. Google Bing isn't working. Is the system down? It's very important. It's very important I use the Bing. Yes, the caller actually said the Bing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can you confirm which system you're referring to, as I am unfamiliar with that? Google Google Bing. Really, how can you not know this? Google Bing is not a system we support out of hours nor in hours. This sounds like a mashup between 2 different search engines. What exactly is happening? I need Google Bing to do my job. This is unacceptable. I can't find Google Bing anywhere on my PC. How dare you remove this? I need you to fix Google Bing immediately. May I remote in to take a look? I spend 5 minutes setting up remote connection. Turns out that caller had a shortcut on her desk on her desktop called Google Bing. This opened the Bing search homepage in Google Chrome. Shivers. She'd accidentally changed the name of the shortcut from Google Bing to something else and hence couldn't find it. Okay, that's been renamed now, so you're good to go. Next time, don't mess around with my computer. I know you guys changed this. I'm not stupid. I have a certificate of proficiency in computering. Okay, thanks for calling. Click. Yes, the caller really said computering. I died a little inside after taking this call. And then down in the comments, the user this is so dumb. The user Zadok Mahir created this certificate of proficiency in computering, which recognizes outstanding computering on behalf of OP. Our next Reddit post is from TacticalBastard. Little background, I work IT at my college. Usually, I work in back so I don't have to deal with people. But once a week, I get to grace the help desk. My school gives its students a lot of privacy, and they can decide what the school can release to other people when they come for orientation. It ranges from we're an open book to we can't verify the student's existence. This student selected we cannot verify his existence, which applies to everyone that is not an immediate family member. So I'm me, bored out of my skull, watching the minutes tick by of the last 5 minutes of my shift, ready to get dinner. I get a call from someone who shall be known as Apache, a very aggressive helicopter parent, hence attack helicopter. Thank you for calling my school's ITS help desk. How can I help you? Hello, my name is Apache and my son goes to the school, but is having trouble logging into our online panel for students. Can you give me his password? I'm sorry to hear you're having trouble. However, we don't keep students' passwords on record. However, if he's having issues with it, he can reset it online, call us, or come down to the building we're in to get it fixed. Okay, can I get it reset then? He really needs to get in. I'm sorry, but it has to be him who asked to get it reset. I can't do it for anyone else. But I'm his mother. I can get it reset for him. I'm sorry, but it has to be him who comes and gets it reset. It can't be anyone else, even his immediate family. But I'm his mother. I've done everything for him. I understand that, but college policy states that only the student can request a password reset. I'm his goddamn mother, you incompetent piece of garbage. Give me his goddamn password. At this point, I know it's about to get fun. I look back at my manager, who is totally awesome and loves stuff like this, and signal her to get on the line and listen. I understand your frustration, however, I can't go against college policy. I would recommend that you call your son and tell him to call us to get his password reset. No, you listen to me, you little turd. If you don't reset my son's password right now, I'm going to get you fired. Her son was one of the guys who lived on my floor and I knew, but wasn't really friends with. Okay, let me talk to my manager and see what I can do. I go back to my manager, who is already smiling about this lady, and I tell her I know this guy, and if it's alright to text him and let him know that his mom is on the phone asking to change his password. Since it's about his account, she says go for it. I message my friend, yo, buddy, your mom is on the phone cursing me out cause I won't change your password. Did you need it reset? What? No, I know my password. Why is she calling you? She's saying you forgot your password and is now going off the walls. I put her on hold and I'm sure she's steaming at this point. Wait, what's her name? Apache. Lol, that's not even my mom, it's my stepmom. If you remember from the very beginning, the student had selected the I don't exist to the outside world privacy package. So now we could have even more fun with the attack helicopter parent. I get back on the phone. Hello, Apache? Yes, what took you so long? Sorry, I was just looking over some information and I don't see you on our files anywhere being related to any of our students. So what? I just want my son's password. I'm sorry, but we have parents of our students on record and you're not on any of them. Student is my stepson. That's a son. I'm sorry, we can't release any information at all to anyone that's not an immediate family member. He goes to the school and I'm his mother. Give me his password. I'm sorry, I cannot verify that student's enrollment at our school. What the F does that mean, you little turd? I'm going to have you fired. At this point, the manager is giving me the cut the call sign, so I just tell her, I'm sorry I couldn't be more help. Thank you for calling the school. Have a nice rest of your day. Don't hang up on me, you little Click. It was now 5:04, 4 minutes past the end of my shift, so I get up and leave. Apparently, she called back 5 minutes later and went ballistic on one of the other nerds who works at the desk. Our next Reddit post is from Gigabyte898. The repair company I work at is a small business and has 2 locations, one of which is in an interesting area. As such, we get a lot of interesting people. This guy came in yesterday. Hi, can you show me how to access someone's text messages? I found some tutorials on YouTube, but they didn't work. I assume he wants to back up the messages, so I start walking him through how to sync up his phone. No. I want someone else's messages. Wait, this isn't a device you own? No. Do you have consent from the owner to read their messages? No, that's why I need you to show me how to see them. Sir, if you don't have permission from the other person to read their messages, it's illegal to access them. I can't show you how to do that here. Well, do you know anywhere else that can? No, sir. I'm not aware of any other repair shop that can help you do that. It's a federal crime. I can pull up the relevant laws regarding unauthorized access to someone's personal devices if you'd like. Cue the standard rant of, "You guys are supposed to be the experts," as I stare blankly into the distance, losing more faith in humanity. I think the only appropriate response would have been, "Sure, one thing, sir, just let me call in my manager." Ring ring, police, I think you need to send someone down here. That was r/TalesFromTechSupport, and if you're watching this, I've installed a virus on your device. The only way to get rid of it is to subscribe to my channel. So if you don't subscribe in the next 10 seconds, your device will literally explode.